People who have suffered a stroke, particularly, want to be able to move around independently in their own home. The Wheelio walking aid can help them achieve this. Anne-Catherine Bovey from Brussels has been using it for 4 years.
J'ai l'impression que
It feels like he's a friend because I have him close to me all the time.
je l'ai tout le temps à portée de main. Sans le Wheelio, je ne serais pas...
Without the Wheelio, I wouldn't feel comfortable in my living space, and it's usually within my
Il
reach.
est souvent à portée de main, même si je le lâche quand je fais ma pâtisserie, par exemple.
Even when I let it go, when I'm baking, for example, it's never far away from me as I turn from side to side in my
Et
kitchen.
de l'autre, de ma cuisine. Mais par rapport aux autres aides,
But compared to other aids, it's more practical
parce que il reste
because it stays close to me without rolling away.
dès que j'ai besoin
And as soon as I need it, it's within reach.
le rollator aussi. Le Wheelio m'aide pour marcher.
The Wheelio helps me to walk and gives me a feeling of security. Also, because I walk a bit faster with it, I can keep my balance well with it.
C'est tout. Le Wheelio.
That's how it is. Somehow the Wheelio is also encouraging because it sometimes gives me the feeling that I don't have a disability at all.
De ne pas être handicapé.
Anne-Catherine Bovey got to know the Wheelio during her rehabilitation at the William Lennox Reha Center in Belgium. It was there that physiotherapist Geoffrey Delacour came up with the idea for the innovative walking aid around 10 years ago.
Les aides à la marche existantes sur le marché.
The walking aids available on the market were not exactly tailored to the patients I was working with.
C'est dans ce contexte.
In this context, I tried to develop a walking aid that was better suited to them if they were initially paralyzed on one side and could no longer use both healthy hands.
Et non pas leurs deux mains valides.
So I developed the Wheelio to achieve the same effect as a rollator with this four-wheeled walking aid.
Par rapport au cadre de marche.
And now it is the only mobility aid that can be operated with one hand and always provides the same consistent support as a rollator.
Rollator à 4 roues. C'est stable parce que tu pousses.
It is stable, and as long as you push vertically, it does not move.
Ça bouge pas.
Physiotherapist Aline Perrade uses the Wheelios every day in her work at the rehabilitation center and recognizes their positive effect on the results of her therapies. The change in practice is that the Wheelio has brought us a lot. Patients walk much more smoothly, much faster, because they don't have to lift the walking aid. They walk in 2 steps rather than the usual 3 steps. We use it almost systematically. As soon as patients are able to stand, it is the first technique we offer them. I don't see any reasons against using the Wheelio as long as the patient is sufficiently and safely upright. One patient initially did not want to use the Wheelio because she was afraid that it would roll away and she might fall. She couldn't walk on her own at the time. But then, one day, I really insisted on it. And in fact, she never let go of it again and can now walk independently with the Wheelio, which she would not have been able to do before with any other help. The walking aids are produced in an integrative workshop in Charleroi, not far from Brussels, reports Gregory van de Vecken. We are very proud to have production here in Belgium. In addition, we work with a so-called adapted work society. This means that people with disabilities assemble the Wheelios here. Most patients also want to use their helpful training partner from rehab in everyday life. This is why more and more Wheelios are also being used at home. So far, the costs have been partially covered by providers in Belgium, France, and Luxembourg. Germany is set to follow. Incidentally, it currently costs €299 for self-payers. We have the first Wheelios, which have now gone to Canada and Australia. At the moment, we are still looking for sales partners to cover as many countries as possible. So the Wheelio solution will be available all over the world, and our biggest challenge is to reach the whole world as quickly as possible.